Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Avia Hypersonic. Now this is an interesting shoe to me because I know the running culture has really exploded in the last year and a half. And with that, I know a lot of people have been getting into running sneakers. However, a majority of the running sneakers can be relatively pricey depending on what brand and what style you go for. And I saw this sneaker pop up as a running shoe. Now this is a sneaker that you can go and grab at Walmart right now for $24.99. And so I was definitely interested in seeing these in person and seeing how they perform on a run. This video here is kind of just going to be showcasing what the shoe looks like and the fit. And then I'm gonna actually, in these next couple of days, try these out for a couple of runs and see how they perform, and then get a feedback video for you guys on how these held up. Because when you're running, footwear really does matter, and you'll definitely feel a huge difference when you're running with a non-running sneaker versus a running sneaker. You'll definitely feel it more so on your knees afterwards if you're using a non-cushion shoe for running. But like I said, I'm definitely excited to see how this shoe performs. My comparison to the running shoe I'm going to be using is the Puma Forever Run Nitro. This is the shoe that I choose to run in because it's not super chunky like a lot of like the Hokas and the On shoes. It does have a somewhat thick midsole, but it's not super chunky. So I think it'll definitely be a good comparison for this Avia sneaker. But right off the bat, this sneaker here is a little bit heavier than the Puma sneaker. This almost feels like it's not even in my hand, where this one here does have a little bit of a weight to it. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how these perform on the road. But I do love the upper on these. It's just a very nice, cool looking upper here. You kind of have like that Sprite vibe going throughout. You kind of have like this like vibrant mint green on the upper, kind of cross colored here with this like royal blue going throughout the entire upper here. It's a real nice mesh material going throughout. You do have this nice midsole going throughout the entire shoe here, which goes into like a royal blue and then transitions into white. You do kind of have like this gel cushioning towards the heel of the shoe, which again, also interested in seeing how these perform. One cool thing about these is that on the tag, it does say that the laces are made out of 100% recycled material. So that's one of the cool things to see, is that we're repurposing things to put back into shoes. Definitely a huge fan of when I see that on a sneaker brand description, regardless of what shoe it is. I love to see that they are using recycled materials. The ankle liner, I will say, does have some nice padding going throughout. It's definitely not super puffy or super thick, but I think it just has enough padding to kind of support your ankle and give it a little bit of a cushion there. You also do have this like ankle guard on the back here in this royal blue, which I think will help support your foot as well when you're running. Sizing on these, I would say go true to size unless you do have a narrow foot. I would say go up half a size. I got a 10.5 and they fit perfect. However, I feel like if I would have gotten an 11, I would have got a little bit more breathing room on the toe box, but the 10.5 fits pretty well in my opinion. So I would suggest that if you do have a wider foot, possibly going up a half size. And like I said, these are just hanging up at Walmart, so you could definitely just drive down to your closest Walmart and try them on, because I'm sure they have a ton of sizes readily available. This isn't like a hype shoe that are very scarce. They have these readily available and they have them in a couple of different colorways. I personally like this colorway the most, but they also do have like a white and black with kind of like an infrared orange color. And then they also do have a Volt color as well with some hits of black and red. And like I said, these do retail for $24.99, so I'm not expecting a lot from these, but I was just curious to see how these would hold up in a run. And just so you guys know, I'm going to be doing like 3 point something miles, basically a 5K in these for a few times, and kind of get back to you on how these held up overall and how my knees feel overall after that run. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick look at these, the Avia Hypersonic. Like I said, if I can help you guys find a good affordable sneaker to run in, or just to have as an everyday wearing sneaker, I definitely will be doing that. And like I said, I'm curious to test these out and see how they do overall. But let me know how you guys feel about these guys. Is this a shoe you guys would purchase? Is it not? Let me know if you guys have actually tested these already in the comment box below. Let me know how you guys feel about them and how they held up. Definitely interested in seeing that in the comment box below as well. But stay tuned for the performance review on these, because I'm definitely excited to share that information with you guys. But like always, thanks for your support, Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.